Well, I've just swallowed 7 gulps of drink. So. Oh, sorry, I've just gulped 7 swigs of drink. So, oh dear. Anyway, I think that's what it's going to be. Go out there to see if we can get the vista, looking around, see if we can see anything. Then back here and up there, and then if I don't find anything there, I'm just going to have to call it quits, fellas. We're just going to have to say they're gone, basically. It's like in WA, I had a pair of brand new bloody sand shoes. I lost them in the sand there. Got an absolute hiding, probably one of the best hiding of my life sort of thing. And then found it another 4 years later, basically. It's coming out of the sand. I mean, yet you didn't see them in the previous seasons, you know? They were lost the previous seasons, I think. So in the last season I was there, they were exposed, but the previous seasons, since they were lost, you didn't see them. They were just still buried under the sand sort of thing. Just amazing. So you never know when something's going to be unearthed, and you also don't know how easily something can be lost. Well, I do anyway. A pair of sand shoes anyway, especially over in WA on the sand plain. But yeah, you get the odd witty guy sitting down there. Only a small little tacker the size of a 50-cent piece, basically. As I said, they grow up to hand size after a bushfire in the right location, sort of thing. And see, I can't even see a piece of white there. So what we say, it's not there, but it could have clambered up from that little group of trees up there. Could be just over there. Just don't know. Got no. Had I had a mobile phone with me or something with GPS or something, or an iPad, I could have been tracking myself in real time. I would have gone back to that particular video, gone back to the coordinates of the video. I could at least take myself out to the exact location of the beginning or the end point of the video and looked around there. Or if I heard it fell in the background of the movie and had an iPad and everything was tracked by GPS. But we're living in Smegging Abbott land, and he just doesn't fucking get it, does he? You know? As I said, I reckon, actually, I know we're like 15 years behind but in real terms, the way I'm talking to you now, I reckon we're actually 20 years behind the rest of the world. And this bloke's just got to go, because he and Malcolm Turnbull are just sort of digging their feet in, saying, you know, Murdoch's making money, sort of thing, that's the way it's going to be. Because, you know, once we get further on in the future, you know, Foxtel and all that, that's just gone. I mean, who's paying bloody $100 a week or a month or something for bloody TV? I mean, are you crazy? We got the ABC, we got SBS, you know. I mean, as Ostentatious says, sport, bloody sport, bloody sport, bloody sport. No, it's more like sex sport, sex sport, sex sport. I mean. Yes, I think he's hit a nerve there, I think, Ostentatious. And I can smell, it could be like cigarette smoke. So there's someone else in the area. I did hear a few sounds before I shut the other last clip off, so there's someone else out here, I would say. It could be a farmer, but it's not, you know, bush, campfire or anything like that. It's definitely a cigarette smell. So if this was my last clip, fellas, you know I've been murdered out here somewhere by someone, a smoker. Yeah. If I was up with my cigarette odours, I could tell you which brand, you know. But yeah. Yes, come to where the flavour is. Come to Prefolio country. No. But yeah, I'll try and get out there, capture a vista for you, but I mean, in the papers at the weekend and online, they were saying that he's going to be gone in 9 days. Whether there's going to be a coup while he's over in Indonesia, but he's there now. He should be on his way back by now. I mean, whether we're going to have a MH370 situation or something, like he sets off from Indonesia and then he just like disappears off the radar, never to be seen again. Whether the other plane was taken so they could fly into his plane or something, I don't know. As we were discussing with the family yesterday over pizza, we all think it's rather strange that not a single mobile phone message was sent from the plane. So either they all lost consciousness, or they were gassed, or You know, it was, as I said, if it was an explosion in the air, there would have been signals automatically sent out from the plane, or differences in the signals they could have worked out from those, that the plane had actually blown up or something. As far as we know, they haven't had any of those. So, and apparently it flew for 7 hours, you know. Surely someone, you know, some anxious person on the plane wouldn't have fallen asleep and would have stayed up all night and thinking, hang on, it's a bit long, and started checking their mobile phone. Maybe been checking the international news or something, and have read one of the reports or something, and would have woken everyone else up on the plane or something, or would have spotted something. Maybe they would have been messaging some of their friends and saying, but according to my Facebook page, the GPS is different to what you should be, or something. You know, we're living in a modern world now. Other parts of the world are 20 years ahead of us here in Australia. Surely they're used to doing, you know, tracking their loved ones while they're flying from one country to the other, sort of thing, in real time. You know, I don't know what the situation is like overseas, because, as I said, we're living in Smegging Abbott land. We're like, as I said, it's like we're living with dinosaurs out here. We're living in the dinosaur age, and you were overseas, all in the modern world, sort of thing. That's why this bloke's definitely got to go. I think he's trying to keep Australia in a time warp, or he's trying to get us to go back, you know, back to the 1950s, and maybe even back to the bloody 1850s, the way he's going. And yeah, I saw something better than a bloody guillotine on TV. What was it? Oh yeah, I saw the blokes using one of those bloody chipper things. I said, yeah, that's much better, much more efficient than the bloody guillotine. Not as nice and as clean, but Jesus, it's quick, isn't it? Get the job done in about 5 minutes, you know. Line about 5 of those up on the lawns of Parliament House, get a shot of them, and film it in high definition quality. Oh, here we go. Some Panchoni eyes. So it's all around for the next 1,000 years. Just wake a few people's ideas up, you know. This is what happens if you've been elected to serve the people of Australia, and you're bloody serving some bloody smeg over in the United States. Probably by the name of Rupert Murdoch. Yeah. You're supposed to be doing our bidding. That's why you've been elected. You're supposed to be, you know, we want Gonski, we want NDIS, we want national broadband service. Now, we're the one country in the world with our so-called dead hard and coastal cities that probably require a ring of optic fibre all around linking up all the capital cities and linking them out to Indonesia, Malaysia, New Guinea and all those other places around the world. And it should be being paid for by a bloody mining resource that are being dug out of the ground. I mean, Gina Reinhardt could bloody pay for either the very fast train down the south coast of, so down the east and maybe south coast of, I'm thinking, well, why not make it an L shape? You run it down the east coast, across the Nullarbor Plain to bloody Perth, and maybe even up to Darwin as well. You know, maybe from the middle, from Adelaide up to follow the Gann track or something like that. You know, make it 2 or even 3-way. You know, I don't know what you want to do with points these days. You know, railway pointings, sidings and shuntings and all those sort of things. But Jesus, we don't even have to have the expertise in Australia. We can bloody get it in over the internet once we have proper broadband, to actually have it designed for us by professionals that actually build these things all the time, because they're in countries that are 20 years ahead of us, and they've been doing this sort of thing for the last 10 years on a regular basis, putting in metros and things like that, and underground railway stations, through tunnels, across bridges and everything, via duct tape. And yes, but did I actually film out there and then come back round or not? I can't remember now. Did I actually get out this far and then geez, there's some of that vegetation over there, some of that promised land vegetation over there, even out there. So geez, that bodes well. So if there's that thing, is there any glistening rocks nearby? Well, that certainly does look like a slightly different area in there. So maybe it'll be worth going down there further on sometime in the not too distant future. But anyway, I think it's, if I can't see it now, I think I'm just going to go back, I think, because I don't remember scrambling through all this sort of stuff. So, I think it's in a case, start a new clip. I think that's a bit of a rant there.